I want to continue to try and convince you guys that simple harmonic motion is really simplified circular motion. So in circular motion, an object returns to its starting point in t seconds, where t is the period. In simple harmonic motion, that's the same. You're going to return to your starting point in t seconds. So we're still looking at a mass on a spring. This time I tilted it up, so this would be like the ceiling, and it's a hanging mass. And what I want you guys to consider is this thing. We're going to say, well, this is circular motion, and it's going to be very similar to the motion of this spring. And I'll call this point my lowest point and this the highest point, and I want you guys to observe what happens when I play this. So there's no gravity and there's no damping due to this spring. So when I get to my lowest point down here, I go back up to my highest point, and then I go back down to my lowest point, and all of that is happening in one dimension. This is called phase space graph, where I have position on the y and velocity on the x. You're not really going to see a ton of this, but it is helpful to consider how circular motion and simple harmonic motion are similar. It should make sense that when you're at the lowest point, you're basically at for a split second, zero velocity. And then when you curl around, well, about at the midway point, you're here, and that's where you're at the highest velocity. And then you come back up to the highest point there, where your velocity is once again zero, and this cycles. So my period would be from this point in time to that point in time. That would be my period. And any motion that repeats itself over and over, we could use the word periodic to describe it. But it might not necessarily be simple harmonic motion. For example, if I, let's pause this, and let's actually make some damping on my spring. So I'm going to give it some damping, and then I will play this. We could still consider this to be periodic because it repeats over and over. It just lessens as time goes on because energy is lost due to friction. So uniform circular motion, simple harmonic motion, really pretty much the same.